disturbing true Snapchat stories.
This happened a week ago. Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness.
I like the style.
One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy-looking kid, probably 18 years old. He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all.
He don't.
I had headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
Right! Leave my man alone!
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me. I'll skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and...
Y'all know something is wrong here, right? Look at my man Kicks.
Yikes.
That's step one. My man got some sort of sandal with socks on. Don't even stop there. My man been wearing them socks for a couple weeks now. Your hair looks sweaty. You got a long sleeve on. Take something off, man. But so far, I'm liking it. Hold up.
and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, "Buddy, I'm trying to work out," or "I don't have social media." After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout.
Why did you
He
give a
finally
stranger?
seemed to get the message and walked away.
He gave a stranger.
Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
Oh, you're weird, man. You're awkward.
That night I got a snap on my phone saying "from Sean."
No.
I immediately sighed.
What do you
and said,
want?
"Oh no." Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me.
Right.
I opened the snap, and the kid was in a...
Yeah. Yo! Somebody get that man! Okay, if you're a straight dude sending another straight dude poses like this, sit down, chief. We gotta have a chat. Hit him with the... Just got out of the bath. You gave a stranger your Snapchat. Nah. Y'all can follow my Instagram, though. I'll wait. Hey, we trying to get the numbers up, yeah?
a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his face. The text over the picture was "Hey" with 2 Y's.
Hey with 2 Y's. Y'all know what that means, right? I used to talk to this girl. I ain't gonna say her name because I'm pretty sure she watched my videos. But every time I sent her hey with the 2 or even the 3 Y's, yeah, you know what time it is, yeah?
I muttered the words, "What the f***?"
Oh. Yeah, that is...
For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
I understand.
My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again.
Okay.
And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
You're done. That's it. Out.
I'm sure not even a minute later, again, a message popped up on my phone saying "Snapchat from Sean."
Yeah, you gotta get blocked.
I waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?"
No.
Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore.
Get that block work, boy.
And that was that. I
done.
threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief.
Oh, man, that's...
Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean.
What?
He actually made a new account. I opened the snap. I felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me,
Guys, my eyes are watering. Stuff like that really creeps me out. He sent a picture of my man's house. I'm really into creepypastas. I tell you guys that all of the time. There are so many stories where like someone's talking to somebody online and then they send like a picture of their front door. Yo, that junk.
It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me."
We gotta get the 347.
The first thing I could think of was,
357.
how did he find my address? Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are.
What?
Somehow I had the balls to open the window to see outside. It was clear out there. I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911.
Do it! Get the pump action!
It was the sound of taps on the window. I took a deep breath, and with one swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Oh!
I
Go to
punched him in
sleep!
the face a few times before he was out cold. Now
Oh,
I
man,
called
handled this like a
911.
savage!
By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me.
Oh my gosh. Now
The
you
cops
gotta
heard
move.
it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well, because I just moved a couple days ago out of state.
Yes.
Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
Yo, that is so creepy. That's a whole story? Oh, man. I don't like it already. I don't like it already. Dang, look at the arm. Hey, you're gonna regret that. Ah, it's not a good idea. It's not. You're done, David Ott. I'm a big fan. Please don't copyright strike me. Video will be linked in the description. So these kids. Oh my. Oh. Where's her brother? Oh! That was the last victim! Oh, he's frozen. He's done. What's he doing with it? Oh, blended him! You gotta get out of here. This is on some little nightmares right now. Why is he so freaking gigantic compared to them? Uh-oh. Don't make any noise. Bro, tell me she ain't Sasha 6 right now. Yep. Why you got the hiccups? Okay, he didn't put a lock on it. He didn't put a lock on it. It's time to be a hero. He literally eats kids. We need a distraction. Nope. Don't hiccup. Don't hiccup. Oh, is he going for the kill? What? She hit him? She got him? Oh! Let's go. Let's go. Come on. This is all your freaking fault. Big Willie. All right, come on, come on. Are you kidding me? Again? I have no And you eating kid, by the way. Stop eating that. Come on. Oh. You're done. You're done. It's all freaking. Oh, got him. Red got him. Oh my god. Bro, press it. Woo-hoo! Oh no. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Woo-hoo! She is a savage. David. Everybody clap that up. Yo. Uh-oh, it's about to be lit. It's David Romero, guys. Y'all know what time it is. ASMR. Let's go. Unsettling off rip. Nope, keep driving. That don't got nothing to do with me. What it? Karen, what are you doing? Karen, keep driving. Ain't mind your business, huh, Karen? See, now you done gave the monster false hope. Now he coming after you, or she. Guys, I know I'm chewing a lot. I'm trying to finish it. All right, I'm sorry. Let it in. Something bad gonna happen to her. She shouldn't have stopped. I would have acted like I didn't even see it. I love David's animation style. Hey! What's going on? What's the point of that? That character's gonna be important. Let me ask you a question, guys. Hold on. Show it. That's good enough. What's the first thing you do when you check into a motel or hotel, whatever? It don't matter. Close the curtains and lock the door. And that's facts. Y'all lucky I don't have long hair. I will be flexing it all the time. What's going on? Oh, heck no. That's that girl from earlier. Oh! Nope. What the? Your dang curtains is open. Heck no!
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed this time.
What? Oh my gosh! Look at him humping the glass! Yup. Look at him. Yup. Oh shoot. You got one shot, do not mission. Woo! Oh my. That thing is moving way too fast. That's like them things from Resident Evil 2. I mean 3. Y'all know them things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ain't on my series, I'm disappointed with you. That guy's head's gone. It's all because you stopped, lady. Get in, get in! Let's go, I'm out. Don't talk about... Go! Oh, but you could bust that glass on the first attempt. Oh, break! Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm driving to Mexico. Oh, it went inside of him. Heck, nah, man. I bet the next time you... See? Oh my gosh, he stopped. Hey, y'all see that? Be nice to people. You never know, the last person that you bully just might be the one that put you in a death note, or in real terms, the deep web. This was uploaded by Horror Shorts Party, and this was sent to us by Mac2725, who said this animation disgusted me. So let's get disgusting. OnlyFans, link in bio, baby.
I will never look at life the same way after
Starbucks?
what I experienced. It still bothers me
Too
just
expensive.
thinking about it. It happened a while ago when I was working as a cashier at Starbucks. I worked part-time as there was unfortunately not enough hours available, so moving out of my parents' house wasn't the easiest
Gotta
endeavor
get up
to
out of there.
accomplish.
Hey, I've been at my parents' house for 2 days. I'm already ready to go home.
My parents always nagged at me for the latter part of the day, which always had me stressed out.
I feel that.
They would always send subliminal jabs alluding to me moving out.
Dang!
I'll never forget the time my dad confronted me while I was doing laundry.
Hey, Jason, can you ask for a raise at work?
I can't exactly do that, Dad. I'd probably get fired if I tried that.
What?
Well, can't you work somewhere else then? I'm gonna need your room soon, because I plan to make it Charlie's room.
Charlie was my baby brother.
Okay.
Well, can't Charlie stay in your room a little
I
longer?
said I'm gonna need your room, damn it! Well, where the hell am I supposed to stay then? Figure it out! You've had plenty of time now!
I've always avoided going home
Dad,
after,
chill!
especially after confrontations like that.
my
I would much rather
God.
procrastinate at work after my shift was done, just to avoid the inevitable arguments that awaited me. Sounded like a better deal
I wouldn't want to go home either.
anyway. It'd been a few weeks since the tense clash with my dad. My life had been a little bit more bearable
Horror Shorts
since
Party
I started
karaoke.
going to this local karaoke bar located down the street from my
Hey.
workplace. I would make it a routine to go there after work just to instill a little more enthusiasm in my already dull life.
Get some happiness.
I was a regular, so I knew all the employees on a first-name basis.
Who that is?
What you drinking tonight, hot stuff?
How about
I'll
you,
get the
baby?
usual, Sally.
Wait a minute. It's you again. Jason, right?
Yep, me again.
Good to see you again, Jason. One order coming right up.
Thanks, Sally. I really enjoyed coming
Hey,
here
Sally,
as
what you
it was
doing
the
after
perfect
work?
place for guests to lounge with just a small admission fee. The bar always held live performances from various bands, so there was usually a decent-sized crowd always in attendance.
Hey, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the final
Drake
performance
over
of the
there?
night. Please give it up for the lovely Katie!
Oh, Katie about to hook it up. All right, Katie. What you talking about?
Falling for you, I can't keep away.
Yo, low key?
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
I want you to stay.
Hey, kid. Doesn't
Yo.
she have the prettiest?
Don't talk to me, bruh. Head shaped like a jumbo peanut.
Eyes you've ever seen?
Yeah, she's definitely a pretty gal. Katie had a lot of diehard fans that would show up to support her. She was really attractive, which made older men look like young teenage boys fanboying over her. I've had the privilege of chatting with Katie after shows before, but this time I mustered up the courage to ask her out. Hey, Katie,
Jason?
it's me again.
Who are you?
Jason, we met on several occasions after your performances. I'm a big fan of your voice.
Thanks, Jason. I really appreciate.
I think you're the best singer ever, and you're really gorgeous.
Jason, relax.
Thank you.
I was wondering if we could potentially
Oh,
exchange...
Jason. All you men are alike. I bet you just want to see what I look like without my clothes, right?
Yeah, I gotta be honest, but at the same time, I'm not saying that it can't grow after that. Like, but I'm not about to walk up to you if I'm not trying to get to know you.
No? I mean, yeah. Katie nonchalantly takes my cell phone and begins punching in her contact information.
Really?
Holy crap, this is actually happening. I must be dreaming.
Okay,
Here you
Jason.
go, Jason. Hope to chat with you more.
Definitely, baby. I mean, Kate.
He needs some milk.
She should have took his phone and deleted her info. Definitely, baby. Come on, bro. Come on.
As I was on my way home, I decided to be ballsy and give Katie a goodnight text.
Oh my god.
I then noticed she had given me a link to her OnlyFans page as opposed to her phone number.
Oh my god.
What the hell is this? Well, at least I might get to see some nudes. I've personally never used an OnlyFans before, but if there was going to be someone's account I was going to check out, it'd be Katie's. I eventually make it home and open up her
start
page on my
sipping, bro.
computer browser. A subscription of $10 a month? Netflix doesn't even charge that much.
Facts.
I unfortunately
they
didn't
do.
have the funds to purchase such things, but my curiosity was what put the nail in the coffin. I took out my credit card and shamefully typed in the details on the site. I was now officially...
Let me speak to y'all young boys. Don't y'all simp for no woman. Alright? She gonna take that $10. She gonna string you along. Oh, Jason, oh my gosh. Give you a little shoulder. Jason, yeah, thanks for coming to my OnlyFans. And that's all you ever gonna get. She gonna take that $10 and she gonna buy some food for another dude.
What more do you want from me?
Message from the Shogun.
subscribed to Katie's OnlyFans account. I began scrolling around, seeing a lot of mature content throughout her page. I can honestly say it wasn't the most regretful decision I ever made, as I got to see a different side of Katie. Or should I say, a different side of my longtime crush. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Throughout the night, I continued to browse through more of Katie's content till it was time to head to bed. It'd been a couple of weeks since that whole ordeal occurred. I still worked as a cashier at Starbucks and made it a routine to go to the karaoke bar after work. Everything had pretty much been the same except I hadn't seen or heard about Katie since.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't help but feel like I had some sort of role in Katie's sudden disappearance from the bar, so
Why?
I decided to snoop around her OnlyFans once again.
It's that guy.
Later
the
that
peanut
night,
head.
I had Katie's OnlyFans open on my computer. The monthly subscription I had paid for previously was still in effect, so I could still view her content. There were 5 observations I accumulated right off the bat. The first observation was that her status said...
That's good. Oh, my bad. Are you recording? Oh, yeah, I'm recording. What's up?
Oh, yeah, well, okay.
Close the freaking door.
5 minutes ago. I assumed she had lost interest in the singing gig and was pursuing the OnlyFans endeavor
she started
solely.
making a lot of money from
the
that.
second observation was that she began to wear sunglasses in all her recent photos. Interesting. The third observation was that her photos were being taken in an old wooden cellar, not the aesthetic bedroom that she once previously
What the freak?
The fourth observation was that all her pre-existing content was deleted. Why the hell would she get rid of it?
There was some blood on the
The
floor.
only thing left on Katie's page was 3 photos of her posing with sunglasses. The last observation was the one that struck me the most.
What?
I could tell her recent
The
pictures
shadow?
were being taken by someone due to the shadow presented in the photos. Call me Sherlock Holmes if you will, but I had my suspicions that something just wasn't right.
She
I
did.
decided to direct message Katie saying, "Hey, it's me, Jason, from the karaoke bar.
Oh, she don't
I'm not sure
remember
if you
you.
remember me, but
No.
I wanted to know, why don't you perform there anymore?" About
She's
10 minutes
dead.
go by and I get no reply. She probably gets 1,000 messages. I bet she'll reply to this, though. That's when I decided to bribe Katie by sending a convincing message saying, "Hey, if I tipped you $5, could you send me a video of..."
Oh, we got money bags over here, $5. I bet you gonna say something now. I'm sorry, it's the difference between Starbucks money and OnlyFans money.
Smiling on camera. About a minute later, I surprisingly got a response from Katie showing a hidden video with an option of unlock for $5.
Wow.
I end up accepting the purchase, only to see a video of Katie wearing sunglasses. She just stood in one spot, not saying anything.
She moving?
I then heard a male voice in the background saying,
Smile for the camera, you vermin!
Katie then involuntarily puts on this bizarre and unnatural smile, almost like she was a cartoon character from a Disney movie. I felt really disturbed from what I was witnessing. I decided to continue the game of charades and say, "If I give you $5 more, could you send me a video of yourself kissing the friend you're with?" About 5 minutes had passed and I got no reply. I honestly thought Katie was done with my pathetic games until I got another message of a hidden video with a $5 price tag on it.
That sucks that you gotta, is that? I never been on OnlyFans. I ain't simping for nobody. But can they really do something to where you have to unlock it and then watch it? Because what if it wasn't what you paid for? She could mess around and be like, oh yeah, unlock for $500. Then it's just gonna be foot pics. Yeah, I know some of y'all into this. I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds. Go ahead, go ahead.
I hesitantly unlocked the video, only to see a disturbing clip of Katie saying,
He's not my friend! Don't ever say he's my friend, because he's not.
I knew it!
He's more than that to me. He's my everything. He's my one and only love.
That's my good girl. Oh, yeah. The young boy wanted some kissing action. Let's make his money's worth, shall we?
Oh!
I felt sick to my stomach. I then realized that the gentleman's appearance stood out to me like I recognized him from somewhere. I couldn't exactly pinpoint where I knew him from. He definitely looked familiar to me. The man then said,
I bet you love to see Katie's beautiful eyes, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Bro, he gouged him out.
I'm gonna make this your best $5 ever spent.
He gouged him out.
That's when the man removed the sunglasses from
Oh
Katie's face,
my
revealing her
goodness.
eye sockets with both eyeballs missing. That's when I exited my web browser and immediately turned off my computer. What the hell was that? That was wrong on so many levels. I decided to head to bed and call it a night, hoping to sleep off the nightmare I just witnessed firsthand. It's been a couple months since the incident had occurred. I haven't seen Katie's OnlyFans account since, as I assume she deleted it. Or should I say, that man in the video did. I haven't told anyone about this, and quite frankly, I don't know what to do. I still go to the karaoke bar with an optimistic attitude that one day I'll see Katie again.
You never gonna see her again.
Falling for you, I can't keep away. Are you listening? I want you to stay. Before you go, I want you to know that I'm down. Hey kid, doesn't she have the prettiest eyes you've ever seen? For you.
Day, which is I Heard It Too. And this was uploaded by Eden. Now this was sent to us by Mystery2, who said this gave me nightmares for weeks. I remember the first time we watched this, I was so shook.
Sarah!
A girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. So she got up and started to head down. As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said,
I heard it too.
So what I want y'all to do is put yourself in that position. You hear your mom or your dad call you from downstairs. As you're about to go downstairs, your mom or your dad grabs you and says, I heard it too. S-tier terror! Heck no. Heck no.
Stay.
And it
Stay
keeps
here
just
and don't make a sound.
calling her name. Oh, you're done. Why is it? Why does it keep calling her? Just Just watch your mom get bodied. What's up with the glitching? Don't make no noise. Oh my goodness. Why would you leave that early? Good job. Static, man. This one just gives me a queasy feeling, man. Just makes me feel uneasy. And the last one for this week is called A True Paranormal Activity Horror Story. It was uploaded by Horror Shorts Party, one of my favorite animators. This was sent to us by Hey Chan's Apples, I think that's how you say, and it said we watched it at night and it was disturbing. So, let's jump straight in, shall we? So, Australian, bruh, like, I think I was born in Australia and I just didn't even know. Don't you think so? Outback.
This is the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me. I want to share my story with the world, now that I have closure.
Oh.
It all started...
It is my favorite voice actor, Terrence Nicholson. Yo, this dude is fire, man. If you know, you know. That's all I gotta say.
I immediately grabbed my cell phone to call the cops, but my hands were trembling so much that I actually wasn't capable of dialing anything. Trevor, I am not loving it!
A couple years ago when I was living with my girlfriend, who we'll call Sarah for the sake of the story. I remember we were both in the living room watching a movie. We usually did movie nights on Fridays, and it was my turn to select which movie we get to watch. I was personally a horror fanatic, so I chose a horror film.
Good pick.
It was pretty late in the night when this occurred, so it really made the movie that much more intense. Sarah wasn't really into the horror genre, so you can imagine the kind of reaction she had throughout the movie. Midway into the movie, Sarah asked if I could walk her to the bedroom. I reply by saying, sure, after the movie's done.
You know I don't like horror. Please just walk me to the bedroom. I'm scared, Trevor.
We can leave when the movie's done. I sat through your whole movie last week, so it's only fair that you finish mine.
Please don't do this to me. I'm really scared, Trevor.
Quit being a...
Hey, You don't want to focus on the movie? There's other stuff for you to focus on, baby.
Don't do this to me. I'm really scared, Trevor.
Quit being a chicken. I'm not leaving the couch till this movie's done.
Dang, he kind of...
I hate you!
Dang!
Sarah angrily gets up and heads to the bedroom on her own while I...
When your mom tell you you can't get that new CoryxKenshin merch?
I hate you!
When McDonald's shake machine broke?
I hate you!
Sarah angrily gets up and heads to the bedroom on her own while I continue watching the movie and mentally prepare myself for the argument that awaited me. About 10 minutes later, my throat begins to itch, so I decide to get a bottle of water in the kitchen. As I stood up from the couch, I get startled as I see Sarah standing in the darkness of the hallway. Sarah, you scared me. I thought you were in bed sleeping. Sarah just stands there with her eyes wide open, gazing into my eyes with her emotionless expression, almost like she was looking into the depths of my soul. I assume she was still upset about earlier, so I said, "I'll be waiting in bed," as I casually walk past her. As I open the bedroom door, I see Sarah laying in bed asleep.
Whoa!
My mind raced with mixed emotions of confusion and absolute horror. I could have sworn I just saw her. I decide to peek outside the hallway, only to see nothing. This can't be real. I could have sworn I just saw her.
You did.
I must be hallucinating. I just need to stop watching scary movies this late at night. I disregard what had just occurred and crawled into bed with Sarah.
Make sure that's the real one.
At 3 a.m. in the morning, I wake up to a loud sound which sounded like glass being shattered. I noticed Sarah was no longer in bed with me, which I found quite bizarre as it was very uncharacteristic for her to be awake at this time of night. I could hear weird noises coming from the washroom outside the bedroom. I cautiously get up and began to approach the washroom. I could hear Sarah in there. It sounded like she was talking to someone, or something.
A voodoo chant.
I opened the door, only to discover the most terrifying thing I had ever laid eyes on. I can see Sarah standing in the bathtub covered in blood. She had smashed the mirror and used the broken shards to lacerate her body entirely. She then began yelling the words,
"I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!"
Her voice was demonic. I was thoroughly convinced that this was not my girlfriend and that she had been possessed by some sort of evil entity.
Yeah.
I stood there quivering, not being able to move a muscle out of shell shock. Sarah then pulls the shower curtain, unveiling a message on the wall which spelled, "I hate you."
I get it.
Written in blood.
I heard you.
My legs go completely numb as I collapse to the floor. Sarah then picks up a...
How many of y'all, when you get scared, literally fold yourself like an omelet? Sarah? Sarah, oh my gosh, what's happening?
Sarah then picks up a large piece of the broken mirror and yells one last time in her demonic voice, "I hate you!" She then pierces the shard across my chest repeatedly, stabbing and stabbing and stabbing.
Oh my gosh!
I remember seeing a bright white light as my life flashed before me. That's when I open my eyes and wake up to a movie playing in the living room. This isn't the horror movie I played earlier. It must have been a movie Sarah put on. I checked the time and it was exactly 3 a.m. I looked to my right only to see Sarah staring dead at me with a grimacing look. What's wrong, Sarah?
This is the third time you fell asleep to the movie that I picked on movie night. I hate you.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say it.
Sarah?
Run!
Sarah?
Really good ones. We watched that deep web one.
This happened to me when I was working at McDonald's. My boss assigned a schedule amongst our staff. I was unfortunately scheduled for the night shift on Fridays. I didn't usually mind as we didn't get a whole lot of business around this time of night. My boss was pretty laid back and didn't mind if I went on my phone during business hours.
That's dope.
So long as I got all my work done.
Hey.
I remember dozing off repeatedly due to the fact that I wasn't fully acclimated with the night shift hours. Psst. That's when I heard someone making a psst sound. The kind of sound you make when you try to draw someone's attention. I notice a customer trying to make an order outside, so I quickly greet them with my usual, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?" I then heard a man say,
"One Whopper, please. Yes, I would like one Whopper."
Sir, welcome to McDonald's, home of the Big Mac. That's like working at Panda Express and somebody walk up and ask for a taco.
Whopper, please.
I couldn't tell if he was being a smart ass or not, so I ended up saying, "This isn't Burger King, sir. We don't serve that here."
Right.
I heard him chuckling profusely after I said that.
What's funny? Go to Burger King.
I quickly checked the security camera, only to see a clown. The
Ronald?
clown was standing in front of the drive-thru menu without a car. It's not Halloween. Why the hell is this guy dressed up like that? I really didn't want to serve this guy, so I decided to use our company policy as a plausible excuse for him to exit the premises. "Hi, sir. Unfortunately, you need to be in a vehicle in order to purchase something here."
If you don't have a Whopper, I'll take a Baconator instead.
Oh, you think you at Wendy's,
I now
huh?
could tell this guy was some random psycho harassing me. I instinctively yell,
"Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!"
I cautiously stick my...
This voice actor, same as in that Deep Web story. He got the most energy, dude.
"Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!"
I cautiously stick my head out the window, only to see the clown no longer there. A couple hours later, near the end of my shift, I notify my boss and fellow employees regarding the situation. They all dismiss my accusations by saying ignorant things like,
When your little sibling comes into your room.
"Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!"
Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay.
A couple hours later, near the end of my shift, I notify my boss and fellow employees regarding the situation. They all dismiss my accusations by saying ignorant things like, "Did you get his autograph?" Or,
Wow.
"It was probably some guy that thought it was Halloween." I annoyingly pretend to be amused and head home. The following Friday, it was my time to work the night shift again.
No.
I really dreaded working this shift, especially after what transpired that day. I tried to convince myself that it would be highly unlikely that I'd encounter that clown again.
Please.
As time went on, I remember dozing off as I get startled by
always
another
going to sleep.
sound. I urgently check the security camera, but don't see anyone present.
Oh no, he's
At
inside.
this point, I genuinely thought I was hearing things due to my subconscious mind thinking about the clown. My paranoia must have been at the peak of its height. That's when I turn my head towards the drive-thru window, only to see the clown staring dead at me.
Ew.
"If you don't make me a Big Mac, I will kill you."
You got money?
My heart sank to my stomach. The clown knew my name. I immediately grabbed my cell phone to call the cops, but my hands were trembling so much that I actually wasn't capable of dialing anything. The clown started screaming my name, Trevor, repeatedly.
"Trevor, Trevor, Trevor, I am not loving it! Trevor, 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 Trevor!"
I see blood dripping down from his head. I started shouting from the top of my lungs,
"Leave me alone or I will call the cops!"
The clown runs away as another car approaches the drive-thru lot. I stupidly resume work and...
Yeah, imagine. After all of that, leave me alone before I call the cops! Hi, welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
wait for my boss to come in. Upon his arrival, I explain the entire situation to him. He then dismisses me by saying, "Don't sweat it, kid. It was probably some drunk. You can go home now." As he was talking, I noticed a cut on his forehead.
What?
I could even see blood start to drip from it. No. It can't be.
"Goodbye, Trevor."
No!
No!
Hey! I don't want to hear this. Ooh, they setting the mood. Oh! I know y'all see him. Narrated by none other than Terrence Nicholson. Voice acting is about to be on point automatically. Favorite voice actor ever.
This story happened a couple years ago when I was in my early teens. It all started when I went to the movies with my friend Sam to go see the world premiere of The Dark Knight. The movie garnered a lot of notoriety at the time, obviously due to Heath Ledger's leading role as the Joker. I personally thought it was the greatest movie I had ever seen, considering I've seen almost every Batman movie that ever existed. I decided to buy some Dark Knight merchandise at the vendor
Terrence Nicholson shop
located in the theater. What appealed most was how cheap the Batman masks were selling for. I didn't have a Halloween costume picked out for October yet, and neither did my friend Sam. We both collectively purchased one mask each and figured it would make for an easy costume to trick-or-treat with. I can honestly say it was an astronomical improvement from the cliche bedsheet over the head ghost I was last year. Fast forward to October 31st. Me and Sam both wore our Batman masks and began going door to door, looking for an opportunity to fill our candy sacks faster than any other trick-or-treater on the block. Trick-or-treat! Well, happy Halloween, Batman. I mean, Batman. That's it? Lame.
What'd you say? Boy, I'll snatch that bag out your freaking hands. Get off my porch.
That's it? Lame.
Get the hell off my property, you ungrateful twerps!
The majority of the houses were pretty generous, with the exception of a few bad apples, to say the least. On this particular night, there wasn't many houses that had their lights on, which generally meant that they didn't really celebrate Halloween, or in other words, they weren't giving out candy.
Facts.
Me and Sam were understandably upset considering we'd been walking for at least an hour. I continued trick-or-treating while Sam began to head home through the pit located in the middle of the neighborhood.
Why didn't I just stay home and watch SpongeBob?
SpongeBob never gonna be the same.
Pit was just a fancy nickname for the forest reserve, which was generally used for nature walks during the day. But me and Sam went there solely for the sake of a shortcut home. I began walking about half a block down when I see more houses without their lights on. Screw this, I'm going home. I eventually approached the pit while beating myself over the head for not leaving at the same time as Sam. As I entered the pit, I instantly had second thoughts of taking the longer route, as this route seemed nothing short of irresponsible and dangerous. I ultimately decided to man up and continue walking through the pit, as I didn't want to prolong my already dreadful night. Why the hell did I have to take this route? I can barely see anything. I knew I should have dressed up as a skateboarder. I would have been home already. I remember the pit being so dark to the point where I could virtually see nothing except for whatever my cell phone light was illuminating.
No!
What the hell was
clown
that?
again.
I began walking faster as I could hear faint sounds of what sounded like a maniac clown laughing.
What the hell? Who's there? Who's there?
At this point, I was so petrified, I instinctively dropped my candy due to the adrenaline rush flowing through my body. I couldn't care less about the candy, as I genuinely felt like my life was in danger.
Run!
That's when I saw the source of the laughter standing a few feet in front of me. It was a man dressed as the Joker from the Batman movie I saw previously. He honestly looked like an exact replica of Heath Ledger's with a hint of blood on his costume. What made this more disturbing was how casual his demeanor was. He just stood there smiling at me like my appearance was amusing to him. I didn't want to express the fear I felt internally, so I tried to playfully marvel at his costume and say, "Hey there, I really like your Joker costume." No matter how hard I tried to keep a composed poker face, my body language and mannerisms couldn't help but show the fear that bled inside of me.
Bro!
He then took a couple steps closer to me as I began to cautiously take a few steps backwards.
Hey man, what the hell do you want from me?
Why so serious? Happy Halloween. The man surprisingly walks past me while I watch him in complete shock. What the hell was that? Was that some real-life Joker? At this point, I continued walking home while looking back every 2 seconds to make sure the man wasn't lurking behind me. I eventually make it home and watch a couple of YouTube videos, trying to forget the creepy encounter that just took place. That's when my dad pops into my room and asks me to answer the house phone.
Hey, Mark, answer the house phone.
Hello?
Hey, Mark. Is Sam still with you?
That's when I felt my heart drop to my stomach.
Oh, that was his friend.
No, he left to go home way before I did.
Oh my god, why would you leave without him? He's not even home!
Sam's parents ended up calling the police, which resulted in an entire block search party. What came of such an innocent Halloween night turned into a nightmare. Sam's remains were eventually found in the pit, with his face lacerated into an exaggerated smile, and his head decapitated from the body. I haven't trick-or-treated since, and I still live with the regret of not leaving at the same time as my friend. I informed law enforcement about the bizarre encounter with the man I saw that night. Call it speculation or whatever you want, but I know the death of my friend Sam had something to do with that sick man. Or should I say, the Joker.
My god, why? Why did you take my son from me?
This is horrible.
Oh god! God, why? Why did you take my son from me?
Police are looking for any witnesses to come forward in the connection of a deadly homicide of a teen. The victim's remains were found at the local park observatory. The suspect is described to be approximately 6 feet tall, Caucasian, and was last seen wearing purple attire with a green vest and tie. Police say the suspect is described to have face paint imitating the Joker from the blockbuster hit The Dark Knight. If anyone has any tips, please contact your local
Batman, where was you?
You shall remain anonymous.
What?
All right, Karen, back to you.
Oh, wait. She was from that other thing we watched. Oh, I love how all his animations are connected. She was from the other one. Look at him. Sick.
Trick or treat! Well, happy Halloween, Batman. I mean, Batman. That's it?
Whoa! Y'all see what happens when you ungrateful?
Lame.
Get the hell off my property, you ungrateful twerps!
This is a story about how I became a 30-year-old male who is secretly afraid to be outside after dark in cities.
He's agoraphobe?
I live in Manchester, in the UK, and it's widely regarded as a relatively safe and multicultural city. Good transport, friendly locals, and plenty to do.
Okay.
I don't live there anymore, but I'm proud to be from there, and I will always have one hometown. This took place in 2016, and at the time I was working for a company that hired me to work on contracts.
You know.
So 4, 6, sometimes even 8 months abroad, and then 2 or 3 months at home. So when I was home, I made sure to see family and friends as much as possible, whether it be meeting and playing video games, a drink at the bar, playing sports, or traveling together. The incident took place when I was on my way home after a night out drinking.
What the freak?
And I write this 4 years on since it happened. I still have PTSD from the incident, and think of this as my way of telling you all to be careful out there.
Okay.
As well as this being an opportunity for me to talk about it.
Gash on his hand.
Those who know Manchester know about its quite frankly amazing tram system. It's affordable and easy to understand. There is a tram station right near to my apartment, just outside the city center. I had been back in the country for 7 days and arranged to meet my friends in the city for a reunion of sorts. Drinking, dancing, and catching up. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I do.
It's important to note at this point that at the time, there was a homeless gentleman that adopted the tram stop near my apartment as his own.
Okay.
He would always sit at the top of the stairs leading down to the platform. And whenever I used the tram, I would always see him without fail. It had even gotten to the point where we exchanged a friendly nod to each other every time.
Cool.
But this time, on the way to the city to meet my friends, everything changed.
What happened?
On any normal occasion, he would be sitting under the shelter at the top of the stairs, either asking passersby for money or just saying hello. But as I approached the top of the stairs, around 20 to 30 meters away, I saw him, and he stood up straight, almost too straight, with his chest out, just glaring right at me
I'm going the other way.
menacing way.
Going the other way.
His brow was furrowed, his jaw was clenched, and he was breathing heavily. I could see his chest rising up and down with speed from now 20 meters away. Maybe drugs was involved or something had angered him.
Yeah.
Why me? I thought.
Bro.
Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 6 foot and athletic, but I don't believe violence is...
6 foot and athletic? Yeah, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm only 6 foot. If you 6 foot getting bullied, try again. You're doing it wrong.
I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 6 foot and athletic, but I don't believe violence is the answer in any case.
Hey, I too, but
I'm
sometimes you
not
gotta
easily
resort to
intimidated
it.
at all.
Right?
But the way this guy looked at me sent shivers down my spine. I immediately looked down after we made eye contact, and then looked ahead, because I thought maybe it was just a glance from him.
I'm looking at you dead in your
Then,
eyes.
I looked
What you
back at
looking
him
at?
again, when I was even closer and his eyes were still on me.
Whoa!
This time they were wide, and he looked unhinged like he was ready to attack. I looked away again.
Y'all know what time it is. When I get into this stance, somebody about to wake up on a drug. What you think, I'm supposed to be scared of you? Huh? Corvette.
Because at this point, I felt I had to ready and prepare myself for a potential confrontation with this guy.
Sir, get ready. Don't
When I
look
was
away,
close
man.
to him, I looked back again, and he took a step forward, watching my every move, looking me up and down as if he was assessing my weaknesses. As I approached the top of the staircase, he was turning his head as I moved. I knew that this was not normal behavior from him, or anyone for that matter. I thought I have to address this, because he's freaking me out.
You already passed
So I
him.
stopped, met his gaze, and pointed my body towards him just before I went down the stairs. And I calmly asked him, "Is everything okay, mate? Can I help you with something?" Nothing. I got absolutely nothing as he looked into my eyes. I could hear his fast breathing at this point through his nose, and he looked like he was having some sort of episode. So I moved on and quickly went down the stairs.
Get out of there, man.
What the f has gotten into this guy? I thought. I almost felt bad for him. At the halfway point of the stairs, I looked behind me to see him standing at the top,
Bro,
looking down.
You feeling
directly
froggy?
at
Then
me
leave.
again. I could only describe the look he gave me as bone-chilling. He looked like a predator that had found his prey. I kept moving as I didn't know if this guy had a weapon or what his intentions were at this point. When I got to the bottom of the stairs, I turned around again.
Bro.
And to my shock, he had walked 4 to 5 steps down,
Whoa.
still standing and glaring at me with the same disturbed and angered look. He was clearly stalking me now.
Yeah.
I could feel my heartbeat in my ears, and sweat was forming on my forehead and palms. Luckily for me, the platform was very busy, and the tram I needed to catch was approaching. So I quickly immersed myself amongst the crowd of people getting onto the tram and found a seat. Wouldn't you know it? When I sat down and the tram started moving, I looked back towards the bottom of the staircase, and there he was, just glaring at me with this horrific, sinister grin on his face.
Who wronged you?
I did not feel safe. The entire journey to the city I felt on edge, anxious, and all I could do was think about that guy. When I eventually got there, my friends automatically picked up on the fact that I seemed a little off.
Yeah.
So I told them about the situation I was just in, which they just dismissed, saying that I was probably just being paranoid and that he'll be gone by the time I get back home.
Well, why don't you come with me
I
then?
agreed with them because I realized that he is usually only there during the daytime, so I enjoyed the night. We all drank, laughed, and even met some cute girls. Before I knew it, I was hammered. to the point where I had to look at my phone with one eye closed. My balance was off, and I felt like I could throw up at any second. It was around midnight and time to go home, so I said goodbye to my friends and arranged to meet the next weekend due to the success of this one. The last tram was approaching, and I had to run drunk as a skunk to make it in time. I got onto the tram, and when I got a seat and caught my breath, I remembered what happened at the tram station on the way back to the city. I felt sober suddenly, and I was honestly on the verge of an anxiety attack, until I remembered that I never usually see the guy late at night, which was comforting for the remainder of my journey. The tram arrived at my stop, and I got off. I just stood there for a second, surveying my surroundings. The platform was empty. The skies were clear, although dark. The air was warm, and the only sounds were the nearby traffic and the tram leaving the platform. I remember it like it was yesterday. I looked towards the bottom of the staircase on the platform leading to the street, and I took a deep breath. I approached the stairs and looked towards the top. Much to my relief, he wasn't there.
He laying down up there, so you can't see him.
Stage 2 was easy. Get to my building, which was about 150 meters away from the stairs.
Okay.
As I slowly walked up the stairs, trying to make as little noise as possible, my heart was in my throat. All I could think about was what I would do if he was there.
Bro,
but I was drunk, and I didn't think fast enough. I arrived at the top and looked to my left, and what do you know? He's there. And as soon as I look at him, his head snaps, and he's looking me in the eyes with the same terrifying look, almost foaming at the mouth like he's won a prize. He stands up slowly and turns to face his body towards me. At this point, I realized how tall he was. About 6'2", huge gray and dirty beard,
nothing.
Almost skinny with a lean body type. I was almost pissing myself. So to break the tension, I just nodded at him and told him, "Good night, mate," and I walked on quickly towards my apartment. I suddenly heard a deep, hoarse voice say, "You got any spare change?" Loud and obnoxious. Which I turned and replied quickly whilst I was walking backwards. "No, mate. Sorry.
Sorry.
Have a good night, though." And walked on again. I was free, and my anxiety was disappearing. All I was thinking about was getting to my building as fast as possible. Then, I heard what felt like the loudest, most aggressive voice ever. "Hey!" I stopped, and I turned around so fast because he made me jump and scared me. He was holding a knife, and it was pointed directly towards me.
Run.
The nightmare scenario was playing out now, and I held my breath as he walked slowly towards me.
Run!
I was definitely
drunk, huh?
sober now, and
no,
I
he's
weighed
not.
up the options.
Run.
I run and take a risk,
Yeah.
or I start to negotiate with him. I thought,
Negotiate?
there's an ATM nearby, I can get some money and just go home. He was around 5 meters away, with the knife pointing towards me.
Yeah, because you're letting him walk
I wasn't
towards
going
you.
to let myself die like this. He then said, "I'm going to ask you again. Do you have any spare change?"
No, I don't.
I couldn't tell whether I wanted to throw up or cry, but I had to get out of this situation. No one else was around that I could see or hear, and it was on me to get out of this. I said to him, "Look, there is an ATM." I couldn't even finish my sentence, because he had thrown the knife at my face. It hit me just above my eye, cutting me on my eyebrow, taking a chunk of skin clean off, and there was blood in my eye, partially blinding me, and there was blood all over my face almost immediately. I was blinded and breathless. I fell to one knee in shock, and I barely saw the knife in front of me on the ground through my drunken, shocked, and partially blinded state. So I reached for it as fast as I could. But it was too late. He had already picked it up and tackled me to the ground. I yelled a guttural and deep shout for help down the street as he tackled me, holding the knife, a sound I didn't know I was capable of making. but the
This dude says some. That's the only sound that will probably just come out of you in an emergency situation. You never knew you could make that sound. Did you hear what I just produced? Never in my life have I made that sound.
adrenaline was coursing through my veins now. He had the knife in his right hand and plunged it down towards my face. And the only thing I could do was put my hand away. I screamed in pain as the guy was on top of me. He had put the knife clean through my hand, in between the knuckles of my middle and index fingers, to be specific. I started to push back, realizing how much stronger I was than him. The tip of the blade was about 5 inches from my face, and then a miracle happened. I heard the voices of a group of people yelling.
Hey, stop!
Accompanied with their fast-running feet towards me on the tarmac. The guy's grip on the knife was weak suddenly, and he looked behind himself, clearly seeing the group approaching. They shouted again, yelling, "Get off him!" And he jumped off of me. Unfortunately for me, he took the knife with him and ripped it out of my hands as he jumped to his feet and swiftly ran into the nearby woods. There were 5 people in total who came to my rescue. 2 of them initially chased the guy into the woods before I shouted, "No, he has a knife!" And hearing me say this, they let him go and started to call the police.
That dude look like Naruto.
This incident changed me for the better, and I wake up every day appreciating everything in my life. After the incident, I was rushed to the hospital and I had surgery to reattach the nerves in my hand 2 days later. The guy who attacked me is in prison now for attempted murder.
Good.
The police showed after the incident within 5 minutes, and full credit to them. They found the guy hiding in the woods, still holding the knife behind a tree, and they managed to subdue and arrest him on the spot. He was on a cocktail of drugs, and he openly admitted to the police that he fully intended to kill me if he had the opportunity. But this incident was simultaneously the best and worst thing that ever happened to me.
How?
The best, because I appreciate life so much more now. I talk to those I love every single day. All life is precious. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and we are all mortal. Stay safe and alert, and do not waste a moment, as you don't know who's going to be waiting around the corner.
Yo, he's speaking for... Alright. Deep Web.
I was 26 years old, and I was unemployed. Feeling unfulfilled by the monotony of a job life, I decided I would try my hand at working from home. So my days and nights comprised me of surfing the internet for any jobs I could get. I was a big procrastinator, so more often than not I'd stray away and waste time doing other things.
Y'all remember when PewDiePie reacted to my video? Yeah! Yeah!
One day, I came across talk about the deep web while on Reddit. I felt amused by the people talking about it as if it was something so scary, and decided I'd look into it. It was stupid of me to go on it in the first place, but I made it even sillier by deciding to check it out late at night. It was about 2 a.m. and I came across a website where you could chat with someone anonymously. The person I got was a woman. She was in her early 20s and very pretty.
What?
She sat with her head in her hands, looking playful into the webcam while batting her eyes. I had no desire to turn my camera on and started our chat, thinking that while I didn't come across anything scary, I could befriend this pretty girl. It sounded like a better deal anyway.
Bro, how are you typing?
She told me to turn the camera on, but I ignored that request and tried to get her to talk. She finally did after some prodding, but I noticed how guarded she was. I also noticed how after every message I sent, her eyes would look off camera, either to her side or somewhere behind her computer.
She's being directed.
After a while, it started getting annoying, so I asked her if someone else was there with her.
I want to see you first.
She said. Up until now, I'd been chatting while she'd answered my questions verbally. I'm not that curious.
Don't be scared.
She said, laughing, this time looking behind the laptop again and making a face that seemed to indicate she was laughing at my expense, with someone else.
Yeah.
This is getting boring. It feels like I'm not just talking to you.
That's because you're not. You're talking to all of us.
Who else is there?
Turn your camera on.
Dude,
Is this a joke?
don't do it.
Turn it on.
No.
Okay. I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Turn on the camera.
Or
Her
what?
laughter was almost piercing by now. There was nothing humorous about the situation, yet she threw her head back with relief.
Ah!
I'd had enough and moved the cursor over to turn the chat box off when I saw the cursor had jammed.
Oh,
The only thing that was working was the chat box. I still
Unplug.
had access to the keyboard.
Unplug.
Turn the camera on, sweetie.
No,
Her
baby.
gumdrop-filled voice was louder than before.
Oh,
and
baby.
I moved my gaze up to see her smiling toothfully at the camera.
Bro.
Her face still beautiful, but the smile
Unplug your
completely
computer.
fake. My computer's crashed. I can't see the screen. Sorry. I lied. I didn't want her to know I had no option but to chat. Her screen flashed before going blank. There was nothing there but a black screen. I felt relieved, thinking that at least I didn't need to talk to her while I tried to figure out what happened to the screen. Just then, a chat message popped up.
Open the damn camera, you...
Oh my
The
god.
aggressiveness in the message frightened me. Now, the fact that I couldn't see her face while she typed this made me feel nervous.
Dude.
I didn't dare reply back, but then the cursor moved.
Oh! Oh no!
Shell-shocked as the cursor twirled around
Bro,
the screen.
put your camera down!
Open the camera now.
I still didn't make a move. There was no way anything good would be waiting for me if I did what she asked. The screen began flickering, as if a virus was causing the computer to writhe in agony.
Do you want me to find you?
My heart raced. Could it be possible she knew where I was? I started typing. Please stop bothering me.
Then turn on the fucking camera.
By this point, I thought she was some kind of sadist and got her kicks by scaring unassuming people in chat rooms. So I obliged and turned the webcam on. I saw my frightened face staring into the screen. Judging by my face, my attempts at looking tough were painfully unsuccessful.
You look
I asked
constipated.
around for the girl looking straight into the camera, telling her I did what she wanted and to stop hacking into my computer. There were several seconds of silence. I kept my stare directed to the little box that showed her camera feed, but it was pitch black. I motioned into the camera in confusion, feeling as if she was messing with me now.
He did.
Then I saw another message.
Look here.
After a few seconds of staring at those words, I looked back at her camera, but my computer instantly malfunctioned, and I received another message.
Look here. Don't look up.
The chat was filled with nonsensical gibberish.
Oh, you're dead,
She
dude.
typed with such ferocious speed, my screen whirled away with her constant messages. I couldn't understand what was going on, but I didn't look up. My patience ran thin, and I wrote back, "What is this supposed to mean?" Her response came. I read only the letters in bold and shuddered. I looked back into her webcam and I fell back into my chair, my eyes widening. She was back there, only her face looked completely demented. She had a savage expression, devoid of emotion, but her eyes were almost popping out of their sockets, and she was huffing as if she had extreme amounts of pent-up rage. The way she looked directly into the camera made me feel she despised me with all of her being.
Look at her.
There was no amusement there anymore. Her camera went blank again. Then the chat popped up.
Dude.
My heart stopped again.
Don't do it.
For a split second, there had been the same blackness, only for the lights to come back on.
Who the?
She wasn't alone anymore. There was a man next to her with a black mask on. He made no movements other than look into the camera like the girl. The girl's neck creaked to her side. It looked like it was causing her pain, and then the lights went out again.
Bro, she causing
The
her.
chat resumed. This time, I screamed in fright and fell off my chair. There was another man with them now. He was standing next to the girl with the original one on the other side. This man had the same mask on, but his hands were grasping the girl's shoulders. Even with the subpar quality of the webcam, I could see the force with which the man dug his hands into the girl.
It looked like he could rip her in two. The girl, however, had a huge grin on her face. Her eyes were mad with glee, or so it looked. Her teeth were perfectly lined up as her mouth spread into that toothy grin, but I could see she was in pain. Even with the smallest sign of her smile fading, the man clenched his hands even tighter than before, which made her smile even wider. All three of them were shaking, as if it was extremely cold where they were. After a couple seconds, I realized they were shuddering, like trying to hold back laughter.
What are you laughing at?
I yelled into the screen. They didn't answer, and continued to tremor with concealed hilarity.
What is so damn funny?
I bellowed.
Bro, don't get
They
tough
stopped
now.
shaking. Within a couple seconds, the screen went black again. When it turned back on, the man no longer grasped the girl's shoulder. Neither was she smiling. All three pointed into the camera. Upon a closer look, I understood that they weren't pointing at me. They were pointing behind me. I didn't need to look back. I could see myself in the webcam. There was someone peeking from behind me. It was another man in a mask, and according to what I saw in my webcam, he was with me in my room, right behind me. I turned around quickly, but saw nothing where I had seen.
Guys, that literally gave me chills, guys. Look at my eyes. Oh my gosh, the way that they did that. Llama! I haven't been genuinely creeped out like this in a while. That's the thumbnail of the video. The way that they did that is... Oh.
Him in the webcam. I turned back towards the screen and, to my bewilderment, saw a third man in the girl's chat box.
What?
It was the same man I had just seen standing in my room. Now,
she's dead.
All three had their hands on the girl and were gripping tight. The girl wasn't laughing anymore. She had a look of utter devastation. A tear was dropping from her eye, but it wasn't just a tear. It was blood trickling down her eye socket.
What?
She then mouthed the words, "Help me," and the next second she screamed as if her lungs were being ripped off as the screen went black. I immediately got up and pulled the plug out of my computer and backed out of the room.
You're too late!
For a couple seconds, I swear I
You're
heard
next.
her screams, even though the computer was unplugged. The room went quiet, but I was too devastated to stay there and ran out of my house despite it being 3 a.m. I caught a cab and went over to my friends, who had to talk me down for an hour before I could be calmed. I returned back to my house with my friend a day later. Everything was the same, and after thoroughly checking around the house, we concluded that there was no one there.
Dude, you're dead.
Nor was there a sign of anyone ever having broken in. I've never gone back to the deep web. My friend suggested it might have been some prank by computer hackers, but the way that girl shrieked, the terror she had on her face, it convinced me she had been a victim herself. I had wondered if I had stayed on for longer, if I would have become a victim too. Could those men have found me? Was there really someone in the room with me? There was nothing I could do, because there was nothing concrete to report to the police. What I did do was throw the computer out and buy a new one. There was no way I could even open it back up after what happened.
My boy, Terrence Nicholson! And Ariane.
I hate Christmas. I hate it with the most malice intentions ever.
Why?
As a matter of fact, the thought of Christmas makes my skin crawl.
Bruh, why?
I wasn't like this before.
It's the best holiday.
I used to cherish the holiday tradition, but all of that's changed now. It all started a couple years back when I was 26 years old.
Okay.
It was the holidays, so Christmas was around the corner while festivities were in full effect.
Fact.
Hey, I'm on my way to pick you up.
I'm excited to go Christmas shopping.
Hey.
Yeah, me too.
Talking to your girl?
Me and my girlfriend Emma had dated since high school, so the bond that we shared was something most couples couldn't fathom, to say the least.
Really?
I decided to propose to Emma on Christmas. Figured I couldn't go wrong on such a monumental occasion. I remember it being a snowy evening when me and Emma went to the mall to do some holiday Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
The mall was bombarded with more shoppers than usual as there was a holiday sale going on in almost every store.
One thing I love about Horror Shorts Party, there are so many Easter eggs. Exhibit A, zoom up there. You see that? He was on one of them other episodes. Let's go back a couple frames. Foot lettuce, as in Burger King foot lettuce.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Man, I love the Easter eggs.
More shoppers than usual as there was a holiday sale going on in almost every store. I remember being in need of a festive outfit for my parents' upcoming Christmas party as my wardrobe lacked the attire. I decided to check out the clothing store Forever 21 as I could see they had a wide variety of selection from first glance.
Some heat in there sometimes.
I picked out an array of various Christmas sweaters and headed to the fitting room while my girlfriend waited outside for me.
Y'all see what I'm seeing? Emma got that dump truck.
Oh yeah, fits way better than my dad's lame hand-me-downs. Hey babe, how does this look? I noticed my girlfriend Emma wasn't there.
Sure.
I figured she must have gone back into the store to look at more clothes. As I left the changing room, I noticed from the corner of my eye that Emma was outside the store waiting in a huge line for something.
What?
I ended up purchasing one of the sweaters and began to approach Emma.
Why you leave?
Hey babe, why'd you leave me hanging in the fitting room?
I wanted to line up and take a picture with him.
Emma, this line is huge. I'll just dress up as Santa later and you can take a picture of me.
He's not Santa, though.
I looked towards the direction of where the lineup began and realized that there were two separate lineups. One lineup was for a professionally taken photo with the mall Santa. The other lineup was for a picture with a man dressed as the Grinch. We were unfortunately in the lineup for the Grinch as Emma was a pretty big fan of the character. I personally found the whole ordeal bizarre considering he didn't have any professional setup like how the mall Santa had. No platform, no chair, no professional photographer, no elf services, just him and the bench he sat on. I assumed he was one of those street performers that just dressed up for donations, except there was no tip jar or anything that would allow guests to donate in. Emma, this guy looks kinda sus. Can we just leave?
Please just relax, Henry. It'll only take a couple of minutes.
I decided to bite my tongue and proceed with Emma's request as there was nothing I could have said that could convince her otherwise. As we got closer to the front of the lineup, I could visibly see the Grinch's eyes light up with exhilaration. Almost like I brought a sense of enthusiasm into his day. I decided to be ballsy and lock eyes with him, just to express more of my alpha male side towards this man.
Let him know! What you looking at? Let him know who the alpha male is. We could stare all day. That's how I be in public too. He be looking, I'm like, we could take this outside if you want.
As time gradually progressed, I realized that he wasn't making eye contact with me, he was looking at my girlfriend Emma. It was blatantly obvious he had an interest in my girlfriend due to the lack of attention he was giving others taking photos with him. What the hell is this guy's problem? Why is he checking out my girlfriend? We eventually reached the front of the line and approached the Grinch to take a three-way selfie with my cell phone.
Hey, buddy, the girl gets a picture first.
Dude, that's my girlfriend.
He sound like Jim Carrey too.
Get behind the girl, kid. Stupid green prick. Another beautiful hoe.
What did...
Woke up and chose anarchy.
Did you just call me?
I mean, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. What's your name, little girl?
My name is Emma.
Ooh, what a beautiful name to match such a beautiful face. Why don't you come here and sit on Daddy's lap?
Whoa!
Dude, what the hell is your problem? Back off, loser. She wants a picture with me, not you.
He's my boyfriend. Don't talk to him like that.
Sit on my lap and be a good girl, Emma, or else Santa won't give you any presents this year.
There we go, Emma!
Putting you on my naughty list, you little brat!
That's when we decided to head home.
Yo!
I remember dropping off my girlfriend at her place and then heading home to assist my parents in prepping for the Christmas party the following night. My parents were really old school and put a lot of effort into decorating their household, especially during festive holidays like this.
Bruh, that whole ordeal.
Later that night, I remember making myself a glass of hot chocolate spiked with a little bit of my dad's whiskey. I sat by the fireplace and enjoyed the fire-crackling ambience while casually sipping on my drink. Figured I couldn't go wrong with that on a warm Christmas Eve.
Where's your family at? Oh, he lit.
I remember hearing my cell phone ringing throughout the night. I recall being so intoxicated I couldn't see nor hear anything distinctively.
Oh.
Everything was blurry. It felt virtually impossible to move any fiber of my body, almost like I was stuck in a subconscious state of sleep paralysis. I began to close my eyes and doze off again.
Bruh, that's his girl hitting him up. It's going down over there.
A couple hours later, I recall a voice whispering my name.
Hey, Henry. Henry, wake up. Hello, wake up, little drunk. It's me, Santa.
I could vaguely see the outline of a man that looked like a Santa figure standing in front of me. Bear in mind, I was still in a groggy and incoherent state of mind, so making out the gentleman's minuscule facial features was almost an impossible endeavor to comprehend.
Hey, Henry, I brought you a Christmas present.
Dad, is that you?
Henry,
it's your dad, Green.
I want you to open up this Christmas gift first when you wake up. Do you understand me?
Yeah, Dad, sir.
I'm going to leave it right here in the middle of the Christmas tree, okay?
That's his girl.
Okay.
Anyways, Merry Christmas, Henry.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Shh, time to go to sleep again, Henry.
Bruh, he done wrapped up his girl's dump truck.
A couple hours later, I get awoken by the light from the living room window illuminating on my face. I realized I'd blacked out due to the spiked concoction I'd whipped up the previous night. I checked my cell phone and realized that I had about 10 missed calls and over 100 missed texts from Emma. I opened the text messages, only to see the text reading,
Hey, is that you? Are you inside my place? This isn't funny, Henry.
and so on and so forth. What I found more disturbing was the last batch of messages, which read,
I knew you were going to propose all along.
Merry Christmas, Henry.
It just kept repeating, over and over again. I began calling Emma's cell phone and only got her voicemail. That's when I closed my eyes and began recollecting the imagery of what transpired last night. I could vaguely recall someone dressed as Santa and leaving a present underneath the Christmas tree. That's when I noticed a box that looked out of place from the rest of the presents. I took the box and opened it, only to discover a severed hand. The hand had a message on it which read, "Marry me."
No, Terrence, why you laughing right now? That freaking Grinch. When all of that joke was popping off at the mall, yo, soon as my man started talking crazy, I've committed the unforgivable.
I'm someone who goes on the deep and dark web constantly. It's not what people
Back up from your mic.
think, where it's evil and overpopulated with crazy people. That's only a small percentage of the dark web.
Okay.
Years ago, my girlfriend broke up with me, and I put her personal information on a forum. And soon after that,
This man is a psychopath. His girlfriend broke up with him, so he put her information on the deep web?
personal information on a forum. And soon after that, she disappeared. It's been a while since that happened.
She dead!
And I've ran into people that have disrespected me since. I'm not an intimidating guy, nor do I look intimidating. Nor do I ever have physical or verbal conflicts. I always think to myself that these people don't know what could happen to them. I work at a fast.
This dude is like Yagami with the death note. You make this dude mad? I'm putting you on a deep web. Oh, you stepped on my shoe? Deep web. Oh, didn't match me on Tinder, huh? Deep web. Didn't Samurai slice the like button on this video, Maya? You know where you about to go, huh?
Food restaurant. And at the time of this story, my manager was really on my case about everything. I would be late, mess up orders, have an attitude with customers, and some other stuff I could name, but it's so much. I understood that I was messing up, but the tone that this guy would talk to me embarrassed me in front of my coworkers and sometimes in front of customers. One day, though, that was the last straw. So one day I walked into work,
to the deep
5 minutes before I was due to clock in, and my manager out loud said that the window liquor is finally on time in front of customers and my coworkers. Everyone laughed at me. During my whole shift that night, he would direct smart comments toward me while still yelling at me for everything that I did wrong.
Dang.
I made up my mind. I was going to find that forum and give his information. On my walk home, I was going back and forth with myself about whether to do it or not. By the time I made it home, I made up my mind. I didn't shower nor did I change clothes. I went straight to my laptop and I searched. I possibly clicked maybe 100 links because on the dark web there are links that will take you down any rabbit hole. A link named Pork Chop piqued my interest. When I clicked it, I was directed
About to make him into pork chops.
It only said 6 words. We find it, we chop it. And another link that said, here's an example of what we do. I clicked it, of course. As soon as I clicked on it, the picture went to the point of view from an old school camera, with the date and time in the corner of the screen. The person behind the camera approached the man and followed him. A few minutes go by, and the man noticed what was happening. He turned around and approached the camera while yelling and screaming at the person for following him. Then all of a sudden, you see 5 huge guys dressed in black wearing a pig mask run from behind the man and drag him into the dark. The person holding the camera turns the camera to his or her face and leaves it there for about 5 to 10 minutes. That person also wore a pig mask, but all you could hear was the man screaming and sounds that I don't want to describe in the background. The camera was then turned back around and the sight that I saw was disturbing. It was something that no one would ever want to see. Some people say that they wouldn't wish it on their worst enemy, but I did.
Yeah.
After the video was over, there were links. One said pork and the other said chop. I clicked on the pork and it prompted me to put in a code. I didn't have one, so I backed out. So I clicked on chop. There was information that needed to be filled out, like name, height, description, and place. I filled out all the info for my manager. And the place, it was my job. I submitted the form. At the end of the screen, it said, see you soon. 4 days later, while at work, my manager approached me and decided to apologize for the way he treated me and offered to give me more hours and said that he will work with me more often because he sees potential in me.
Sorry, pal. I already put the head out. I'm sorry.
Hours later, it was close to the end of the night. My manager helped me with the trash and took it out for me. As I were putting chairs on top of the table getting ready to mop, I looked outside and saw my manager looking over at something, but he looked worried. I moved to get a better look and I saw what he was looking at. He was surrounded by 6 people in a pig mask with weapons in their hands. I ran outside as they swarmed him, except for one person. He had a camera. I forgot all about these guys, and then I put his information on the website. I ran outside as they approached him. He looked at me for help, but I ran back inside and called the police. It took them 10 minutes to get there. When I looked back outside, what I saw was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I wish I could get the image out of my head. Between the time of me initially seeing them, calling the cops, and running back outside, these guys were gone. But my manager was still there. I went to his funeral the next week. The next day I received an anonymous email that had the whole video. They were watching him this whole time he was on shift. I don't know how they got my email. I never provided any of my information. Till this day, I still feel sick because my manager was starting to be nice to me that day. I can't go back on the dark web.
Or Aryan. She's awesome too.
This is a story that took place back when I was living with my ex-girlfriend Jasmine.
Tell me what happened.
I had recently moved from my parents' house and into an apartment complex where it was surprisingly quieter compared to the suburban area I was used to.
Okay.
Jasmine and I were both college graduates who worked full-time in our respective fields of study. I was in the construction business as I was always a blue-collar...
You know you're the same guy from Snapchat. You're not slick.
As I was always a blue-collar kind of guy who enjoyed hands-on work revolving around the trades industry. Jasmine was a financial advisor, so she usually got to work from home while I had the usual 9-to-5 that I've become accustomed to for the latter part of my life.
Okay.
On my off time, I would usually hang out with Jasmine at our local park or simply kick back and binge watch several shows on Netflix till I had completely passed out.
Hey.
Going to our local park around the evening time became a daily occurrence of ours. As rowing back and forth on the swings was Jasmine's way of de-stressing just before the very next day at work. This became a daily routine of ours since we moved into the new neighborhood.
Frick are you doing here?
Feel more comfortable within our new whereabouts.
Hate that dude.
Well, at least with the exception of Saturday nights, when I usually video called 3 close friends of mine from where I originally resided. Their names were Joe, Max, and Steve. This was a way I could stay connected with my friends, as I didn't want to tarnish my friendships with them, nor did I want to be known as the odd friend who cuts people off because he was quote-unquote whipped.
Hey Rick, how's your stay over there?
Must be good getting some action without your parents in the next room. No comment.
Hey boys, we gonna keep talking about Ricky's love life, or we gonna get this party started?
Cheers to that, Stevie boy.
Dang, what's the rush? We have all night, dude. Alright, who wants to go first?
This was how me and my friends socially interacted with one another.
What are y'all doing?
We shared our personal scary stories and videos from around the internet that would be categorized within the horror genre. My friends and I have been horror addicts since childhood, so geeking over anything horror related was equivalent to our summer camp days back when we were still in elementary school.
Okay.
I didn't want to abruptly end the so-called tradition we had established despite living miles away from them, so I would make sure I video called them every so often.
Okay.
I recall dozing off from the lackluster stories being shared by my 2 friends Joe and Max, until it was Steve's turn to share his story.
You guys ever been on the dark web?
No, not me.
Stop right there.
Not me.
People get
Dude,
kidnapped
don't tell
on
me
there.
you actually went on it. I personally didn't, but my younger brother did. He recently showed me this weird snuff film the other day that I thought you guys might like.
I personally felt intrigued by the idea, as I didn't know or see much content regarding the dark web.
You know what a snuff film
All I knew
is?
was that it was a hidden browser that sold illegal products you would find on the street,
And
except
people.
everything was online, or at least on the dark side of the internet. That's when Steve extemporaneously invites his younger brother in his room and introduces him.
Hey boys, say hi to my brother Eric.
What up, dude?
What's up, Eric? You guys want to see something cool?
No.
Hell yeah.
Box chin.
Sure, dude. This better be good, or else I want 5 minutes of my life back.
Eric shares his screen and opens up a video from an array of MP4 files shown on a folder. I then saw a low-quality video of a woman
No, is that the girl? Because y'all know Horror Shores Party's animations are like all connected. Wait, was she from OnlyFans too? No, I think that's the girl that was like a singer at the bar, maybe? Either way, we know who that is.
suspended in midair with her arms and feet attached with steel chains. She was oriented in this awkward bird-like position, almost like her perpetrator had no intentions of providing any circulation to the woman's extremities.
Oh my God.
I could see this poor lady desperately wailing through the duct tape on her mouth while hopelessly trying to free herself by vigorously shaking her arms and legs.
Bro.
I remember gasping in awe,
Look at
as
him.
I didn't know if this was some sort of weird hoax
Maybe you
or if
shouldn't
this
be
was
on
a
there.
legitimate snuff film about to unfold. That's when I heard a loud sound abruptly come from the background, like someone was revving an engine to a motor of something.
A
I
chainsaw,
then
maybe?
saw a large man approaching the woman while wearing a pig mask and holding a running chainsaw in a barbaric fashion. It looked like some psycho wanting to Renaissance Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, based on the way he held the chainsaw and the attire he presented himself in.
You're my lucky number 20. You know that? I never thought I'd reach this milestone, you know? All that hard labor just to get to you. Do you even know what you put me through? Huh?
Oh my God!
Tell the people watching at home how much you appreciate my hard work.
Maybe this isn't the girl from the bar.
Say it!
I got tape on my mouth!
You're going to be the best doll I've ever had.
She's still saying it!
Rick, what the hell is going on?
Babe, listen. Turn it. You know when you try to X something out real quick? Babe, hold on. Start clicking real fast. Babe, hold on. Let me X this out. Babe, hey. How you doing, girl? Looking cute tonight. How you doing? But babe, I heard screaming. Yeah, this got dark real fast.
Jasmine, get out! I don't want you seeing this!
Bro, he didn't even try to exit out.
Pierced the chainsaw into the woman's arms and legs as each limb dropped from her torso and was left dangling from each chain. No. This can't be real.
Nah,
what kind of
too
sick
late.
person would do this to someone? I remember feeling the sensation of a trickle of blood running down my nostrils as I see my friends visibly shaken up by the footage.
Whoa!
The woman had all 4 of her limbs dissected by the chainsaw as she eventually collapsed on the floor and began having a seizure. I abruptly end the video call.
Maybe that is the bar lady
anymore. I decided to message my friends through a group chat saying that I was throwing in the towel and heading to bed. Trying to comprehend what had just occurred was almost impossible.
Look at this man.
I couldn't help but tremble in the same spot for about several minutes. I eventually end up crawling into bed and laying next to Jasmine while trying to force myself to sleep and not think about what transpired on that video
Watch
chat.
the whole snuff film.
This is when the story gets more disturbing.
What?
Fast forward about 2 years. My life has taken a drastic turn for the worst.
What?
My girlfriend and I mutually agreed to separate while my dad passed away at the age of 45 due to heart failure, leaving my mother and 3 children, including myself, alone.
That's sad.
I never felt so depressed in my life. I would sometimes spontaneously cry at work while trying to hide my emotions from the other employees. It honestly felt like the days were getting longer and my weekends were getting shorter as time went on. I couldn't help but think that that video was some kind of curse. I remember being at the stage where I had completely isolated myself from everyone around me, including my close relatives. I eventually developed an obsession over the dark web and installed a Tor browser on my laptop. I wanted to climb further in the rabbit hole. I wanted to see if I could discover anything related to the pigman or the woman he had mutilated that night. I recall surfing the hidden wiki only to come across
Michael
a few
Jackson's
links selling
breath in a
various
bottle?
weapons, illegal services, and narcotics. I obviously wasn't interested in such things, so I began browsing some more. After 2 hours of intense searching, I found similar style images of females having their extremities amputated and then being sold as so-called dolls.
Welcome to the game. Y'all remember that? Oh, my eyes about to start watering, bro. That junk is so real!
I came across an MP4 file on the homepage of one of the links on the hidden wiki. I pressed play and saw a video of a woman swinging back and forth on a swing with a paper mask on her face. This honestly looked like the same setting as the previous video. I then saw the same large man approach her as he kicked the poor lady off of the swing and began yelling,
"Bark for me! Now walk, doll!"
That's when the amputated woman began walking on all fours as if she was a stray dog or something. As the pigman got closer to the camera, I could see he was wearing what looked like the skin face of an actual human. What makes this story more disturbing was how similar the skin mask looked in comparison to Jasmine's face. From the identical freckles to the skin complexion to the swing, all the pieces were starting to add up as I genuinely believe this woman could potentially be my ex-girlfriend Jasmine.
No way.
I then Googled Jasmine's name, only to find her in a missing persons report. Several months later, my speculation would finally come to a halting stop as Jasmine's body was found in a black garbage bag, located in a dumpster outside a meat market. At the time that this occurred, Jasmine was found unresponsive and in critical condition. She was eventually taken to the hospital and miraculously survived her injuries. About a year or two after her recovery, she was given a formal unpublished interview, but it was reported that she had suffered from severe Stockholm Syndrome. This is what it looked like.
Today is currently Wednesday the 21st.
Why they have her on camera like that? You mean to tell me after a year and a half of surgeries, that's what she still looks like?
The time is approximately 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We are here with Jasmine, who will briefly answer questions based on her current health and share her story. Now, Jasmine, if you feel uncomfortable at all during the interview, feel free to let us know and we'll take a break, okay?
I want to return home to Master's Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful.
So, first and foremost, how is your health today?
I want to return home to Master's Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful.
Jasmine, how would you describe your experience while being held in captivity?
I want to return home to Master's Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful.
Can you describe your captor's appearance?
Why are you still talking to her?
Jasmine, are you okay? Do you need some water?
I want to return home to Master's Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful. I want to return home to Master's Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful.
Can you please tell us what his name is?
Swing, where the world is divine, and the dolls are beautiful. I want to return home to Master's
Jasmine,
Swing,
please,
where the
disclose
world
your
is
captor's
divine,
name
and the
to
dolls
us.
are beautiful. I want to return home to Master's Swing,
Tell us his
where
name,
the world
damn
is
it.
divine, and the dolls are beautiful.
Tell
I
us
want to
his
return
name.
home
Oh my
to
God.
Master's Swing, where the world is divine,
What is
and the
your
dolls are
master's
beautiful.
name?
His name is Pigman.
Outback was by KK Saf on Twitter. KK, I want to say thank you. When it gets dark outside. Oh, that's
This
part
happened a couple of years ago. One night, my mom decided to hang out with her friends at a casino, and my dad was at work. So my two older
Mom,
sisters and I were home by ourselves. My sisters were 14 and 15 at the time, and I was 11.
14 and 15? I'm just saying. They...
We were home by ourselves. My sisters were 14 and 15 at the time, and I was 11. After my mom left, it was pretty exciting to be home by ourselves. But an hour later, it got boring. So we decided to play a game. We ended up playing hide and seek. At that point, I was a bit scared because it was 11 p.m., almost midnight.
I don't do it.
But then I kind of brushed it off since I thought my dad would come home soon. I didn't want to admit that I was scared. Also, I don't want to be home alone, so I decided to play. Let's just play hide and seek in the backyard, I suggested.
Let's play in the house.
Refused. There are no hiding spots back there. Let's go to the forest.
Oh,
my sister
excellent.
said. After my sister said that, shivers went down my spine. But anyway, we stepped into the forest that's nearby. Go count, my second older sister said to me. I decided that I had to be brave.
Don't do it.
My other sister gave me a blindfold. What is this for? I asked. Put it on and try to find us, my sister
With
said.
it on?
While my sisters used flashlights to find a place to hide, I put the blindfold on and then counted to 30.
Why can't I just...
When it was time, I said, ready or not, here I come. After walking around, touching every tree I walked by, 10 minutes had already passed, and I still hadn't found my sisters.
This gotta be the
Even
dumbest...
while I was walking on this trail, I could barely see anything, so I tripped on a twig and fell. My clothes got dirty and my knees started bleeding. But I had no choice. I
Take
got
it
up
off!
and walked around some more. I came across a tree and knew I finally found something.
Oh,
It felt like a person. Haha, found you! I said. I then heard my sisters walking by behind me, saying, Hey, how did you not find us yet? At that moment, I froze. I took off my blindfold slowly and saw an old man sitting there smiling at me while
What the heck?
Can't I play with y'all? He asked with a cracking voice. He wore a dirty shirt, and his hair seemed like he didn't shower for a long time. My sisters and I screamed and started running out of the forest as quickly as we could.
Why does
While
he have a...
running, I looked back and noticed the man
What?
after us while holding the knife, swinging it.
Bro, why do you have that?
He was laughing like a mad person. I've never felt that kind of fear before. But after running for a while, the old man couldn't keep up. He stopped running, stared at us, and then he turned around and went back into the forest.
Is that his forest?
We got closer to our house, and then we saw our dad pulling into the driveway.
Dad!
We ran to him and told him what just happened. He was shocked, so he called the police immediately. The police went to the forest, and they searched those areas for a few hours.
These whack cops.
After a while, they found and arrested the old man.
Dang, they actually
The
got him.
next day, we learned that the old man killed 4 female children
Whoa.
and dumped their bodies in the woods.
Whoa.
All the local news stations were covering the incident. When I heard that, I felt sick to my stomach. I am glad that we are safe, but now I pray for the 4 souls of the children. May they rest in peace.
It's called Abduction Horror Story, and it was uploaded by our good friend Mama Arts. This was sent to us by Victor, who said, "Good to have you back, Corey." Hey Victor, while I have you, did you slice that like button? Victor, I don't want to hear that. Oh snap.
My name is Josh Roberts, and it's been a year since I was abducted.
What?
I remember it like it was yesterday. I was walking home from school. It was about 6 p.m. and there was a full moon and a chill in the air. I stepped off the bus, and for the first time, someone else got off with me. I'd never seen this new kid at school before. I could hear footsteps behind me. I took a quick glance and saw the kid walking at a brisk pace.
Let me help y'all out, alright? Because I done been in this situation before. You walking somewhere and somebody is a little too close behind you. So here's what you do. I'm giving y'all life tips. This is exactly what you do. Walking, right? You take your phone out. You act like it went off. So you walking. You notice somebody behind you, right? You're like, hey, man, he kind of close. Act like your phone going off. Hey, hello? And then when you pick up, you just... Yeah, hello? Yeah, I got a bad signal. Dude, I'm right at the corner. Oh, I see you. I'm just giving y'all tips. Otherwise, you could just turn around and put your paws up. That's not a bad option either. Turn around. Hey, what you want? Huh? And then if they really didn't want anything, then the worst thing that happened is you just yelled at a stranger. But if they there for something else, you better be stronger than me, boy. And you're not. You ain't about to kidnap me, my same height and weight. Man, Shaq couldn't kidnap me. I'm biting your ear.
I thought he was following me, so I took a left, which wasn't my usual route. I looked around again and saw him take the same left.
See?
My heart started pumping and
Turn
my
around
legs
and check
started
'em.
shaking at the sound of the footsteps as they got louder and faster.
For real?
I then panicked and started running.
No, don't.
I remembered a shortcut in the nearby forest to my neighborhood.
Check him.
So I ran as fast as my legs could carry me.
Hey kid, wait up!
No!
A heavy voice from behind me. I tried
Leave
my
me
hardest
alone!
not to stumble on the logs and boulders in my path. I could hear the sound of sticks and leaves being broken by some fast, heavy footsteps. My legs started throbbing as the adrenaline wore off, so I took a detour towards a playground. I stopped to catch my breath, looking around for somewhere to hide, then went silent. I was doubtful that I lost him. I took my phone out to call the police when I spotted a local news article. Caution, there is a suspicious man on the loose.
Oh
He escaped
my
the local prison
goodness.
and assaulted an officer. Beware, he may look like a teen, but he is in his 20s. If you see him, call 911 immediately and lock your door. My mind started rushing with thoughts. I started to panic. All of a sudden, someone started choking me
at
with their
this.
arm. I tried to fight back, but they were so strong, I didn't stand a chance. My feelings of hope began to diminish as I slowly blacked out.
Wouldn't have called me like that.
I awoke to find myself in a dark, damp room that looked like a basement. The floor was hard and cold. There were no windows, but there was a staircase and a bathroom. I tried to move, but I was tied up with a thick rope. Yeah, I got him. How much was the deal? 200? Listen, you gotta do a little better than that. Okay, fine. You better bring the right amount, or you'll be tied up like that kid. What?
Dang.
Are they selling me?
Oh yeah.
The guy sounded mad and anxious
About to bust
with
it wide
whomever he
open
was
for
talking
somebody.
to. Right after he hung up, he opened the door and walked down the stairs with an evil smile. "Let go of me!" I exclaimed as he taunted me. My arms started to fall asleep due to the tightness of the rope. He came closer to me and I spat in his face. He looked.
Savage mode. One thing I was about to say, if somebody kidnap you and they don't have a mask on, you're probably gonna die. They ain't about to let you walk up out of there with their identity. Your best option is some sort of sneak attack.
At me in sheer rage.
Oh!
Then the doorbell rang, followed by pounding on the door. The guy grabbed some tape and shut me up before I could scream for help. He slowly backed off,
Get that off
signaling me to keep quiet, and ran towards the front door.
Man, I'm licking
I
it.
looked around, trying to see what I could use to untie these ropes. I spotted a rusty, sharp edge sticking out of the wall.
Be careful.
This was my one hope. I successfully got up and tried with all my might to reach it. As I was trying to cut the rope from my hands, I could hear the commotion upstairs getting heated. I managed to free myself from the ropes when I heard the front door slam.
Let's go.
The silence was terrifying. I was frozen in fear. Footsteps started coming towards the door. I choked and shuffled back to my original position, arms behind my back, wrists tightly locked together.
Sneak attack.
Now where were we? Said the man. He
Sneak
walked
attack.
towards me, grabbed my ankles, and started dragging me when the phone rang. He dropped me instantly and charged upstairs. I wasn't going to lose this opportunity. I untied my feet, grabbed the closest thing to me, and hid behind some boxes. Now where did you go? He said as he stampeded down the stairs. I heard him getting closer to where I was hiding. I bolted up from behind the boxes and saw him checking the bathroom. As he walked out, I struck him over the head with a pole. He stumbled and fell to the floor.
I'm hitting him again!
Red pooled around his head. I ran upstairs and out the front door. I stumbled my way to the closest house, screaming. A woman thankfully opened the door. She was shocked and fearful when she saw me. The police were called and I was rushed into the hospital. They're still looking for that man, even to this day.
Who?
It's hard losing weight. It's an everyday struggle. You will always tell yourself, I'll start to...
I was just about to comment on, like, I know a lot of people like trying to lose weight and stuff, and like my whole life your boy just been built different. Like, I'm gonna censor that out because there's too many 12-year-olds on the channel, but I just been so I can never like understand y'all struggle, people trying to lose weight, but just keep going, keep fighting, man. Every day is a struggle, but every day is another chance to get another dub, because you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I did that today. I ate right, I exercised, I did that. And I salute you, Chief. And if you fail today, well, tomorrow you get another chance. All right, I don't know where that came from.
Always tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. But you have to take action to make change.
Facts.
This time I can change. I know I can.
Forgetting something, Joshua?
You about to be like, where your Frosted Flakes at?
No, Tony. I don't think so.
What about your cereal?
Nah.
You always start the day with a bowl of cereal.
Too much sugar.
Well, not anymore. I'm gonna change, Tony. Change for the better.
No. Come on, Joshua. You don't mean that here. Here, come here. Come on. You don't want to eat that fruit. You want this sweet treat. So yummy and delicious. Here, come here.
Tony, I'm not eating that. I'm done with that.
Who's your tiger?
You are.
Oh, yes, that's right. Now,
Bruh, I'm
who's
just...
my little piggy, huh?
Oh.
Who's my little piggy?
I am.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Why is it with my ear?
Come on.
Me canyon.
They're great.
Me canyon. What it?
There you go. There you go. Bring it up to those luscious lips. Yeah.
Hold on. Me canyon. What? You gotta explain yourself.
Come on. They're great.
He even hit us with the they're great.
There you go. Bring it up to those luscious lips.
I'll never change. I'm a failure.
Oh, no, Joshua, come on, don't cry.
Hey.
It's hard losing weight. It really is an everyday challenge, but it's okay. I can always start tomorrow.